Hi everyone and welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general collective message. It's intended for whoever needs it. Please take the messages that resonate with you in your particular situation and drop the ones that do not. If anyone's interested in booking a personal reading with me, all the information on how to do so is down below in the description box. Alrighty, y'all, let's get into this message. Before I do, I know that one of my subscribers wrote a comment about wanting to read a book about dream interpretation. I was actually looking at my bookcase earlier, and Sigmund Freud, he wrote a book in 1913. It was not originally in English. It was written, I believe, in German, if I'm not mistaken. But they did translate the book, and they did do a third edition and released one in 2015. So I don't know where you can find the book. I found this one at a local bookstore a couple of years ago. But I just wanted to let you know that Sigmund Freud has his own book on interpretation of dreams. I'll even show you the ISBN number if that might help you. It wasn't too expensive, $5.50 for it, so just wanted to share that information. Universe. What is going on in the energy? And what is it that the collective needs to know at this time, please? It's going to get loud for a hot minute, so I do apologize. Alrighty, we have the High Priestess, the Nine of Wands sideways, the King of Swords, and the Two of Wands reversed. So some kind of wait is over. Somebody's truth is creating some kind of lie, and I feel like it's something here that somebody here has predicted with this High Priestess. She has put some kind of plan into motion. She said enough at the time. Okay, I'm getting a lot of downloads with this. She was told not to act. Or... Okay. Let me gather myself here. There was a moment in time here where I feel like, collective, you were fighting so hard to vocalize or to speak some kind of truth, right? Some kind of truth that you knew. And I feel like it wasn't received well by whoever you were communicating this truth to, right? So maybe you received some kind of download, or maybe you were just like, you know what? Let me just pull back my energy. I know what I know. I know the truth of something. And maybe those people weren't ready to wake up to the truth. And you were like, you know what? Let me pull back my energy in a way where they will see it for themselves. That was the plan that you put into motion. Something here in time, whoever was your enemy that was masking themselves and saying that they really weren't your enemy, you knew all along they were your enemy. You knew they were acting funny, you knew they were moving funny, and you knew they were trying to... Almost feels a little bit like trying to dominate you, especially with this Nine of Wands. They were trying to dominate you, but it wasn't very successful. It was not successful here because you pulled back your energy. Part of being the High Priestess, right, are people claiming that you're crazy or that you're seeing things that aren't there, right? But as the High Priestess, you do see things that are not there. You see things that other people don't. You allowed the enemy to expose themselves, because all in due time, they're going to triple over themselves. That was part of the moves that you made. That's why you didn't act anymore. You were like, you know what? If I continue to keep acting and keep speaking out and keep saying something, it makes it look like I'm the problem. So let me eliminate myself from the situation, And now that other person has nobody else to blame but themselves. And because of that truth that got illuminated, it piqued somebody's interest to inquire more with this King of Swords. They learned and saw for themselves. There is some kind of ending that is happening here, a crumbling of a false foundation, of a false contract, of a false reality. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Something is being taken away from someone. That's the consequence for them lying. And this could have been whatever it was that somebody was trying to steal from you or try to claim that was theirs. In all actuality, I feel like you were just fighting for what was yours. You surrendered something to the universe as well, because the High Priestess knows when to surrender things to the universe, to God, to Source, to leave it in their hands. Knowing that in due time, with the Knight of Pentacles, in due time, things would fall into place. The plan is being executed because it's Divine's will. We do have the Six of Swords here as well. This is traveling towards peace. Peace and harmony. Leaving behind the competition. Leaving behind a stubborn individual who's trying to win at all costs. Inconsiderate as well, because they don't care who they hurt in the process. Maybe this person thought that when you pulled back, they thought that they had defeated you. And you were like, let them believe whatever they want to believe, because that's going to feed their own ego, and again, going to allow them to trip all over themselves. Somebody here sees the truth and they know the truth, whoever this King of Swords is. This could be somebody here who is an investigator of sorts. This is definitely somebody who acts on truthful information. They act on the facts. It's not about the feelings, it's about the facts. The wait is over. The wait is over. Somebody here is headed for a loss. Your enemies are headed for a loss for thinking that they got one over on you. The Two of Swords, it's reversed. They were trying to claim that you were blinded to the truth, that you didn't know what you were talking about, but in all actuality, now people are waking up to seeing things your way. We have the Eight of Pentacles. You kept your head down, focused on what you had to do, focusing on your life, focusing on your stability, because all in due time, the enemy would trip over themselves, and they are. They're headed for a loss right here. And even with this Seven of Wands reversed, they can't defend themselves. They have no defense. The defense is crumbling, it's shattering, due to some kind of information that somebody here has uncovered. Justice in the reverse. They thought they were going to get away with their injustice. They thought that they were. And part of surrendering was you literally being over something. It's like, you know what? If you want to win so bad, here, have it. Have it, but you knew it was only just going to be a taste for them. They were only going to get a taste. At the end of the day, it was going to be snatched right back to you, because it was divinely your inheritance. It was divinely yours. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. Somebody is seeing how codependent somebody is. This could also be a total loss as well. Somebody not being able to stand on their own. This is somebody here who needed help and assistance from other people, whoever your enemies were, right? And I feel like a part of this was you trying to save other people from whatever this person was trying to leech This person's a schemer and a leecher. We have strong Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio energy here. Hierophant reverse. There's been a lack of faith. There's been a lack of commitment. I feel like you were trying to warn people, like, listen, I don't know why you're trying to support this individual who's only trying to leech from you, because maybe you're the type of person that didn't allow this person to leech off of you. Right? They already took from you, and maybe nobody believed you. And you were like, you know what? Let that person continue to take from the rest of the group. The group that you were trying to save, by the way. You were trying to save people along the way. You were trying to share your knowledge and information. But sometimes that knowledge and information isn't for everybody. Especially those that are not in the right frame of mind or in the right frequency to receive that information. We have the Emperor here. This is a boss. This is a leader. This is somebody here who has superior authority. He's the one making this call, because I feel like whoever gathered the information is now letting the leader know. So the leader can act accordingly, or whoever's in charge, they're making the decision to say, you know what, this needs to be taken away. Whoever the person is that was going up against you trying to say that you were the problem, in all actuality, they were the problem. And they are the problem. People are now waking up to what it is that you have said and what it is that you have called about. We have the Ace of Cups sideways. You know, this is somebody here who doesn't love themselves, so they're unable to love other people. Again, they're non-committal. They're only focused on themselves. This could even be somebody here who has some kind of escapism issue. Yeah, look at all those cups sideways. This is leading to a brand new beginning and a brand new cycle. That cycle is over. This person is being eliminated from your energy, finally, all in due time. So you have to play the long game. You have to play patience. Knight of Cups reversed. With that Ace of Pentacles reversed, the wait is over. Somebody wanted to act loveless and lawless, especially with that Justice reversed. They wanted to act loveless and lawless. They're going to be treated the exact same way. It's the law of cause and effect. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. That's been well established by Newton, I believe. Universe, tell us more. Whoever that person is that was messing up the whole group and trying to turn the tide in their favor, whatever they were trying to steal, whatever they were trying to rob, whatever they were anticipating, something here about do not count your chickens before they hatch. And they were very preemptive when they decided to start gloating. I really feel like somebody here likes to gloat. Whoever this person is, they like to gloat. And now the rest of the group, the rest of the community is now looking at this person like, so you are exactly what the High Priestess said all along. And I also feel like people don't know how to come back in and apologize to you and say, you know what, you were right, collective. That's also part of the problem, but that's also their own ego. Because remember, we don't fight amongst flesh and blood, we fight amongst principalities. Universe. Tell us more. We have impatience. Somebody here was impatient. They didn't want to put in the work. They didn't want to put in the effort. So it was just easier to alter people's perception. This could even be somebody here who has been abusing something in their life. I don't know if they were abusing a medical condition, or they were abusing a mental condition, or they were abusing a situation in their life in order to garnish sympathy or pity or support. Somebody here was impatient. They didn't want to wait their turn. They didn't want to put in the work. They just wanted to climb that ladder and try to steal something for themselves. And they don't think that the divine was watching. Look, the divine's right there. Like, look. The divine's like, you're really that impatient? So somebody was trying to take matters into their own hands, and that's the problem. Do what ye will, as long as ye harm none. Universe, tell me more. And this has to do with not only just altering perception, but it has to do with the way that they communicated. It had to do with truth. It had to do with their throat chakra. They weren't being honest. They were manipulating the truth with their words. We have complacency. This is somebody who doesn't want to do anything for themselves. They don't. Very complacent. Very stuck in their ways. Very woe is me. Woe is me. All these bad things are happening to me. But are they, or are they all just in your head? Somebody here could have even, I'm going to say this, could have been trying to hide or mask or cover up a mental disorder that maybe they didn't want other people to find out because maybe they wanted to be seen. That's what it is. They were intimidated by the High Priestess. Why was the High Priestess chosen, but why not me? Why do I have these burdens placed upon me? So they wanted you to be seen how they really feel about themselves. The role, the swap, the reversal. All through gossip. All through gossip. You can alter realities here by it. The more you talk shit about somebody, the more that you gossip about somebody to other people, right? You put that out into the universe. So then all these people have one certain view of whoever the High Priestess is, which is you, collective. That's when you have the combating realities. And I think I discussed this yesterday in the live. You cannot have two realities trying to exist in the same dimension. Somebody's complacent. They don't want to put in the work. Just like I said, they don't want to put in the work. They're impatient. They want things their way. They want things handed to them. And they want people's pity and sympathy. Always, all the time. This is somebody here who's unwilling to put in the work and to accept their own circumstances. They want to be seen as you, but they don't want to put in the work that you have put in. Universe. Tell us more, please. Mature woman in a community. These people could have even been trying to claim that you were immature. They wanted the community to view you as you were immature, but I feel like that's the title they're getting now. Because now that you're out of the picture, you're no longer the scapegoat. Universe. There's the mature woman. We have a thief and a journey. This thief is definitely going on a journey, all right. Somebody here could even be being forced, being taken away for their thievery, forced to pay for what it is that they have robbed, what it is that they have stolen by creating a false narrative. You know, it's one thing to sit with your group of friends and gossip about certain things, right? Or to have a discussion. And it's another thing to blatantly create a campaign of defamation. Now somebody here is in despair. They're like, what did I do? What did I do? You know exactly what you did. You know exactly what you did. They know exactly what they did. And so does this Emperor. Strong Aries energy as well. Somebody here with superior authority has the truth. They have the evidence. They have seen it all. I did say something about a false contract coming to crumble down. Somebody here could have even tried to alter contracts or alter documents. That's a form of thievery as well. And maybe they were able to alter those documents through some kind of defamation. Tens are about completions. This 24 breaks down to a 6 as well. We have 6, 6. I don't think this person was working alone. This person was also working with their own group of people. Because you don't just start a smear campaign all by yourself. This person was fed these ideas. I'm a firm believer that behavior is learned, not taught. Somebody learned how to do something. And maybe they were able to maybe they've done this to multiple other different people, because that's apparently how they get by on life, because they're clearly impatient. Except when they went up against you, they didn't understand your level of protection. The High Priestess is somebody here who is highly protected by the divine, by source, by the universe. They were chosen to carry those codes. They were given the gift to be able to see between worlds for a reason. That comes with a level of trust from the universe, but that also comes with a level of protection. And a part of that protection was you getting the intuitive hit to pull back your energy. Let them stumble upon themselves. They will trip over themselves. They always do. They always do. Part of this campaign could have even been sending people with their similar mindset to come up against you. That's a form of thievery, right? By getting you into false relationships or false contracts here. In order to prove a point, maybe in order to even get information on you, to weaponize and use against you as well, by tapping into your friends or potential suitors. I don't know. I just heard conservatorship. I don't know if somebody has been trying to force somebody into a conservatorship because they know what kind of blessings you have or what's tied to your name. Or they were just blatantly just trying to alter documents so you didn't receive something because they felt like you didn't deserve it. They did, but they didn't put in any work. And I know just as much as the collective is watching me, I know the haters are watching as well. And this is to you. You didn't put any work in. But also at the same time, you have the same amount of time in the day that collective does. But you chose to do what you did. So what, now you want to cry in despair? Now you want more sympathy? More on top of what you've already exhausted with your lie? You want more? Doesn't work that way. Universe, tell us more. Tell us more, please, universe. The Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is somebody who's very emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature. This is somebody who follows their intuition. Given to act on emotions, but not somebody who is so stupid that's going to allow themselves to be abused. Somebody to not understand your level of intellect, your level of maturity. The fact that you would be willing to pull back your energy. Right? You're not easily swayed by a pity story, right? Fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me. Queen of Cups has learned this a long time ago. The Ten of Wands reversed and the Nine of Cups. You're headed towards wish fulfillment here. Something is not going to end for you. I feel like somebody here wanted you to have... Somebody wanted you to give up. They wanted you to give up chasing your dreams, chasing your happiness. Universe. The Knight of Swords reversed and Death reversed. Somebody thought that they had won, like I said earlier, but it's not over. It's not over. What's that saying? It's not over till the fat lady sings. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say that, but it's not over till the fat lady sings. It's not over until collective sings. You're headed towards victory. They thought that they had won. They have celebrated preemptively. Whoever's complacent is receiving news that they don't want to hear. And this news is coming in fast and it's coming in hard. They thought something was done. They thought it was over, but no, it's coming back around to be dealt with. Again, strong Scorpio energy. And the Fool, you are going to be victorious. You're going to get a brand new beginning. A brand new cycle is here for you. You don't need to change. You don't need to evolve. You're perfect as you are. And now people are starting to see that. See, part of this pressure and part of this campaign was them wanting you to change the very fundamental core of your being. But you chose not to. You just chose to move in silence. You know who you are. You don't need somebody else to tell you who you are or who you should be. You were given a divine mission from God, right? And each and every single one of you, that's different. It's just who you are. Some of you are nurses, right? Some of you are teachers. Some of you might do what I do. Some of you could be lawyers. Either way, you're following out the destiny that was always meant to be yours. Universe, tell me more. The Two of Pentacles. This is all about choices. Be careful what you choose, because what you choose owns you. You own your choices. This is also about what goes around comes back around. Somebody purposely wanted things to be uneven. They wanted things to be all over the place. They wanted it to be rocky. Somebody here purposely caused some kind of obstacles here to rock the boat, right? Because when the boat is rocking, people are too focused on trying to hold on instead of trying to figure out what's causing the boat to rock in the first place. Somebody here was trying to control the sea. They're not Poseidon. This thief did not work alone. No, they did not. They worked with people who are binded to the same kind of bullshit that they're binded to, the same kind of toxicity that they're binded to. This is all about vices. It's all about principalities. Right? The devil is the one who enslaves the lovers here for his own personal gain. With some kind of lie, some kind of promise, some kind of false perception, but has no intent in following through because they don't want to put in the work. They're non-committal with the Hierophant reversed. Strong Capricorn Taurus energy. Universe, give me one more, please. Thank you. The Page of Swords. There is some kind of communication, some kind of news. The Page of Swords is somebody who is very inquisitive. This could be a PI, it could be a detective, or it could just be somebody here who has some kind of information that they might have stumbled upon because they wanted to know more. The Page of Swords is somebody who wants to know more, right? You know, something doesn't make sense. Let me look into something. Let me look into something a little further. Somebody has built up some kind of a case with some kind of facts, with some kind of truth. The Star reverse, the Page of Cups reverse, and the Five of Swords. This is prayers not being answered. What, this person's what? No, the devil is trying to pray out now? The devil is trying to pray? For what? For sympathy? But he doesn't care, he doesn't feel bad. The Page of Cups in the reverse is not somebody who feels bad for what it is that they've done. They have no emotion. But yet they want help. Their prayers are not being answered because they were just trying to win at all costs. They didn't care about who they hurt. They didn't think wise about the choice that they've made. They didn't. Strong Aquarius energy here. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Alrighty, y'all. I'm back. I apologize for that. Universe, tell us more, please. What's the tea on this whole situation? What is it that they're trying to cover up? You know, usually it's those that have the most to lose and the most that feel shame about something that they do in their own... They're trying to cover something up with themselves. Because people didn't want them to see the truth of their own character. So what is it that they were trying to hide, Universe? The fact that they have love on the brain? They're very dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. Very nostalgic. This could be somebody here who's always constantly looking at the past, or somebody here that... Whew. They idealize things. If you catch my drift. right? And if something is not how they feel it to be, they don't accept things for what it is. They want things to be how they idealize them. It's all a fantasy, which is all it's all an internal illusion, which is actually a delusion. They've been trying to live out a fantasy. And again, that's fine. We're all allowed to daydream, but if you're not putting any work into it, somebody wants to be given their fantasy. They want to make their fantasy come true by it being given to them, by enslaving those around them. We have a happiness hater. This is somebody who does not like seeing other people happy. They don't like seeing other people do good in life. They don't like other people having better things than them. Very materialistic. This is somebody who wants to live that dream life, whatever it is. They want the house, they want the car, they want the money, but they don't want to put in the work. You can have all of those things, and again, nothing is wrong with materialistic things if you earn them. But no, this person is more comfortable taking from people who are happy because they want other people to feel as miserable as them. This is also given the same type of energy of somebody who was running your name under the mud, defaming you, defaming your character, but wanting you to give them a handout as well. So what is it? They want your help? Or they hate you? Or were you just another tool in their toolkit? But you're nobody's tool, collective. You're the divine's tool. This person could even be trying to hide some kind of romantic love affair. Somebody here who has multiple partners. And it doesn't even have to be like romantic, like sexually romantic or like relationship romantic love affair. This is somebody here who keeps multiple different people in their back pocket for multiple different things. If I can't get it from this person, I'll go to the next person. I'll go to the next person. And this person talks shit about every single person that they keep in their back pocket because they're not really committed to anybody. They're only committed to themselves. They have no loyalty. Stand for nothing, fall for everything. Somebody is going to be forced to move, whoever this groupie is. They're not working alone. Somebody here who uses scarcity tactics, right? They're trying in box people in, because isn't that what you do when you play chess, right? When you get checkmate, that's when the king is boxed in, when the king can't make any moves. Somebody is trying to box you in with scarcity tactics, though. Somebody who's clout hungry. They want attention. They want recognition, but they don't want to put in the work for it. They want to be seen as something that they're not. And again, it's one thing to fake it until you make it, but even then, those people who fake it until they make it, they're putting in the hard work and effort. They're putting in the work. They're putting in the time. They're doing their due diligence. They're showing up every single day. This is not somebody here who shows up and somebody who does not follow through with whatever they promise to give back. That's why this person's being forced to move on. Because of their unwillingness to drop something and to accept collective's maturity and to accept collective for who they actually are. But no, they wanted you to be who they thought you to be, even if it meant going against you and defaming your character to make you fall in line with their scarcity tactics by using pressure. All they ended up doing was creating a diamond. Diamonds are created under pressure. Universe, tell us more. Give us one more from this deck, please, universe. Thank you. Somebody here who has even been creating fake accounts to spy on you. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, whatever other ones are out there, maybe even on dating apps. OkCupid. I don't know. I just heard Grindr. This could even be somebody here who doesn't accept the fact that you're LGBTQ or something, for those of you who are. And so they created some kind of vendetta to go against you because they're like, who are you? I don't know. This could be somebody here who's stuck in some kind of conditioning. Some kind of religious zealot. And I have no problem with people who decide to partake in religion, but you keep your own restrictions to yourself. There's a big difference between religion and spirituality. There is. Spirituality is all about having an independent relationship with God and with Source, and that starts within. Religion is following a set of rules dictated by a group of people who get together and decide what they think is best for the masses. And I do not agree with that. Because if it didn't come from the divine's or God's mouth, who are you? Somebody here is hooked. They're hooked and they're played out. They're hooked on you because your energy is infectious. And maybe they didn't expect you to make it this far. They thought that you would throw in the towel. They thought that you would be gone by now, like literally gone. With all the pressure, with all the scarcity tactics, they could have even gone as far as to put all this pressure on you to make you not feel good about yourself. But at the end of the day, you found that happiness and joy that came from within. The acceptance that came from within. At the end of the day, all that pressure ended up creating a diamond. Somebody here even has fake accounts. They could have even created these fake accounts to like message you and act and to start like friendships or interest with you in hopes that you would divulge personal information that they could then use against you. And maybe some of y'all even knew this too, and you just played along. This person is played out. They've done this multiple different times. It's like they want to win the race, but they don't want to run. They want to cheat by tripping those that try to pass them up. That's what it is. They don't like people who they feel passes them up in life. But at the end of the day, everyone's on their own individual journey. Universe, who could this person be? Who could this person be, and who could they possibly be working with? I keep seeing that braids card. It's like somebody is trying to tie something up. I don't think that it's working, though. Somebody here could be of Asian descent. We have red lips. We have a beard. We have long hair. This person or whoever they're working with, they could have long hair, a beard, red lips. They could be of Asian descent. There could be a difference in cultures here. We do have average height at the bottom of the deck. Universe, who could this person be? We have wavy hair. Maybe somebody here recently just took out their braids, cornrows, micro braids, and their hair is wavy at the moment. Or this is somebody here who's very unkempt. They don't take care of themselves. We have medium length hair. Same height as you. And then we have Australian. Somebody here could be from Australia. They could have immigrated from Australia. Somebody had definitely thought that they were in the same boat as you. Again, going back to the whole wanting to swap energy. Wanting to be seen as you. Wanted your attention. Wanted your glory. Wanted your anointing. I just heard somebody here could even be wanting to cut their hair in hopes that they could change their appearance so that way they're harder to find. You can't run away from DNA evidence. Or fingerprints. You can't change that. There are people who have tried, but you can't change that. Somebody here could be light-skinned. We have muscular. We have a busty chest. Or it could be somebody here who's well-endowed, right? Take it however it resonates, right? There are some men out there who only think they're as good as their schlong. They think because they have a big one that's all they need to get by in life. Sorry, fellas, it's not. It's not. And if that's the only thing you know how to offer, then you have nothing else of value. Just saying. You're complacent. Somebody here could be redhead. This person could be muscular. They can want to try and intimidate you with their muscles. Listen, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Okay? Somebody here has straight hair. Average height. We have albino. Somebody here could be albino, or they could just have like a rare genetic deformity of sorts. They could have like a condition here. Some kind of genetic condition. We have blonde. So there's definitely a difference in hair colors, hairstyles. There's definitely a whole group involved here. This person was not working alone. Again, redhead is still here. Somebody could be of Irish descent. We have a sharp face, tall. We have freckles. Somebody here could have freckles, or they could be secretly in the closet, right? Maybe this is somebody here who has a secret lover of the same sex, and they don't want to be found out, and they hate the fact that you can be out and open if you are LGBTQ. You can be authentically you, and they feel like they can't, due to some kind of dogma that they hold. We have animated eyes. So this is somebody here whose eyes give them away, right? You can tell what they're feeling through their eyes. Somebody here could be bald. We have exaggerated features. They could exaggerate their features here either through makeup, prosthetics. Wow, I just heard even like Photoshop. Somebody here could even Photoshop. We have an average build. Brown eyes, and a practitioner. So this person could have even been trying to get a whole community to go against you. They could have even been trying to use a practitioner to go against you by creating a false story so that way this practitioner can believe it to go after you. There's definitely a difference in builds here. Maybe somebody here is upset with the way that you're looking. Maybe this could even be somebody here whose build is average, but they don't want to put in the work to become muscular or to be healthy. And maybe they're mad at you for, I don't know, being in shape. We have Black or African American here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like whoever this practitioner is, though, I feel like they're getting blowback because of attacking you. Maybe that's part of the person who was inquisitive with that Page of Swords. The person who did more information, like, why am I getting karma? And they're like, oh wait, maybe because of whoever that person is that lied on collective, now I'm being attacked. And maybe this person wants out, and they have collected evidence. Maybe this person has kept going back to a practitioner of sorts to get work done on you, and this practitioner is not doing the work. They're saying that they are, right? Because sometimes you have to play the game. You have to make people believe, and they did it to collect evidence. I just heard skinhead. Maybe somebody here could be a skinhead. I don't even know what that is. Universe, tell us more, please. We have trash. The trash is being thrown away. Getting rid of it. And somebody's trying to run away before they're being thrown out. Somebody is setting the record straight. This could be that practitioner or the people who worked with this person to go against you. Because now they're finding out the truth because they don't understand why they're receiving karma. It's because they went up against you. It's because they bought into a false narrative. Well, now they learned a lesson to not believe everything they hear. The trash is being thrown out. Wow, pregnancy test. Somebody could have even knocked somebody else up. We have a recording and a private relationship. There is some kind of recording about there was a PI here. Maybe somebody here caught this person doing things that they say that they don't do, right? Somebody here has definitely been doing something in secret. They've been going someplace else. But they wanted the focus and the attention on you so they wouldn't be followed, so they wouldn't be questioned. But something here has been caught. It's either been caught on camera or it's been caught on recording. There's a pregnancy test here. I just heard swinger. I don't know if this person is secretly, like, in the closet somehow, and, like, I don't know if they're, like, sleeping with, like, their best friend who happens to be a male. Like, it's like a whole group thing. I don't know. Maybe somebody could have gotten somebody's spouse pregnant because they like to share spouses. No offense, but I just find that to be gross. A situation is about to explode. Things are about to pop off. Maybe somebody here could even be finding out that their child isn't even theirs. Maybe somebody lied about that in order to cover up the fact that they're a big hoe. Okay. That was way too much, universe. Sex shop, private relationship, bugaboo, keeping you a secret. Yeah, they were keeping the truth of you a secret. Universe, tell us more. Wow, I did say something earlier. DNA does not lie. DNA does not lie. Universe, tell us more. What is hidden? Tired of the drama, and the situation's about to explode. A whole community here is tired of the bullshit. It's time to watch shit go down. Enjoy the gossip. Now the tables have turned. I just heard Adele turning tables. There is going to be a divorce. A contract is being broken. Breaking contract. This is a divorce. Whoever this person was that went up against you, right? Maybe they're finding out that their child's not even theirs. They're going through a divorce. There's some kind of depression here. They don't understand why all these bad things are happening to them now. Well, they shouldn't have gone up against you. They shouldn't have claimed that you were living a lie, even though you weren't, when meanwhile this person was. Be careful who you call judgment on if you do not want judgment called on you. Game over. The game is over. The game is over. They have no lives left. Right? It's kind of like Super Mario. You'll have no lives left. You have to start all over again. Start from the beginning. Somebody is tired of this person's bullshit. Maybe the whole group, the whole community is tired of this person's bullshit. And I feel like this is the last person that they had, whoever they were working with, whoever they thought was their ride or die. They're even tired of it, because they're tired of all of the shit that they're getting on their end. Because now everything's misfiring, and they're catching the brunt of it. And they don't want to go down with the ship. Universe, tell us more, please. You guys are attracting at this time. You guys are very attractive at this time. You're attracting really good, positive things. This could even be somebody here who went as far as to make sure that you didn't get into a happy relationship, to make sure that you didn't have people on your side. They wanted you desolate, alone. They could have even isolated you. Maybe now you're stepping out. Maybe you were told to hermit a little bit. Part of the pulling back your energy, and now that you're stepping out, people are like, oh damn, look at Collective. They're looking better than ever. And now that the truth is out, or once the truth is out, people are going to be looking at you in a whole new light. Somebody is definitely drawn to you. Somebody definitely has mutual feelings for you. For those of you that are single, we have twin flames, strong soulmate, divine connection. These people could have even been trying to block you from a divine connection. Maybe they felt like you didn't deserve love too, on top of being successful. But part of your inheritance, part of your being, part of your destiny is to have it all. Because you worked for it. That's why you deserve it. There's a renewal and a spark here. New life, fresh starts, rejuvenation, healing after a crisis. Sacral chakra. They couldn't rob your sacral energy from you. Universe, tell us more, please. Ace of Fire, new starts, attraction. This is karma, balancing things out, weighing things out, cause and effect. Exactly what I said earlier. Cause and effect. It's all about choices. Somebody here wants to make things right now. I feel like it's too late, though. Karma is balancing it out for them. Things are going to be made right against their will. Maybe that's why they're depressed, because they know they have to give back what it is that they have taken, what it is that they have robbed from you. I'm sorry, I'm just staring at my cats. They are so cute. Alfred is literally on top of Wilma, like, hugging her and, like, licking her forehead. It's the cutest thing in the world. I feel very blessed to have them in my life and to be able to witness God's beauty that way. Truth. The truth shall set everybody free. You're going to be able to express yourself. Seeing the truth, clear action, honesty. Expect some kind of communication here. Somebody could want to reunite with you. It does say fated partnership. Past life connection. They may have been able to delay something. They thought that they stopped something. They thought that they blocked it, but they only delayed it. They only delayed it because what is meant for you will never pass you up. Whatever the divine has for you cannot be taken away. You cannot overwrite God. You cannot supersede God. That's the most superior authority. Good luck to whoever this person is. It sounds like they're gonna need it. Especially with that injustice, they could be in legal issues right now. Universe. What doors are available to the collective at this time? What doors are available to the collective at this time, please? The door of awakening. Enlightenment, transformation, self-awareness, and spiritual growth. Be prepared for another level of ascension. Be prepared for another level of transformation. Because you were self-aware at this time. And the door of prosperity, success, affluence, abundance, fortune, flourishing, thriving. I just literally saw like a garden and someone trying to soil your garden. But I threw bleach on their garden. Why is it still growing? Because it's God's will. That's why. Universe, tell us more. What doors are available to the collective at this time? The door of balance, harmony, equilibrium, stability, moderation, and fairness. It's time for things to be fair, and it's time for the scales to be balanced out. They've been unbalanced for way too long. They've been tipped in somebody else's favor for way too long. Or the door of courage. You didn't back down, even though it may have seemed like it. You may have backed down in the physical world, but you didn't back down in the spiritual world. You were just following divine orders. Because you knew it was being handled and taken care of. The plan was already in motion. It was only a matter of time. Alrighty, we're going to use the Scrabble tiles. Universe, any final messages or any confirmations here for the collective, please? It's going to get loud for a hot minute, so I do apologize. Excuse me. Yes, baby. I love you too. We have the number 63, the number 40, number 29, number 52, the number 88, number 9, number 59. Okay. Number 48. Number 67. 96. Someone's name. 32. 55. Someone's name could be Nelson. The number 99. The number 4. Something about the movie I Am Number 4. Something about a ball. Or the ball's about ready to drop. The number 65. The number 8. Something here about 888. We have the number 70, the number 19, the number 68, number 13. I just heard lucky number 13. Maybe that's somebody's lucky number. Someone's name could be Ramon, or something here about the band, the Ramones. Someone's name could be Ramona. Someone's name could be Jess, Jessica. Something here about a Fiat. Maybe somebody here could drive a Fiat. I think Baal. Isn't Baal supposed to be another name? Isn't that supposed to be like a god that people worship or something? Someone's name could be Gina. Someone's name could be Tina. Somebody's nickname could be Tiny. Something here about Dot. Maybe somebody's name is Dot, or their nickname is Dot, or maybe somebody here likes to eat dots. Like, isn't that a candy, I think? Someone's name could be Fiona. Something here about BET. Or a bet. Maybe somebody here placed a bet, or maybe somebody here watches a lot of BET. The BET network. Something here about Georgia. Isn't that a song, The Devil Went Down to Georgia? We have PB. Maybe somebody here eats a lot of peanut butter. We have Noel. Maybe somebody's name here is Noel. Or something here about Christmas time. We have Buck. Maybe somebody's name is Buck. Somebody here could drive a Buick. I don't even know how you spell Buick. Somebody here could drive a Buick, anyway. Someone's name could be Peter. Or Peterson. Or something here about Peter's son? I don't know. Something here about a bib. Or somebody was trying to claim that you were unable to take care of yourself. Somebody's name could be Joe. Joseph, Joey. Maybe somebody here drinks a lot of coffee, like a cup of Joe. We have Tez. I don't know if that's somebody's nickname, Tez. Someone's name could be Tessa. Somebody here could drive a Tesla. Or something here about energy manipulation. Someone's name could be BB. Or that's their nickname. BB. Something here about a cut. Somebody here is about to be cut. Something's about to be cut. Maybe a cord has been cut. Oh my god, my hat keeps hitting the microphone. I'm so sorry, y'all. Something here about Havana. Or maybe the song. Something here about the GI, upper GI. Or GI, maybe somebody here needs a GI doctor or something. I can't even say it. I'm not even gonna try. Someone's name could be Mo. Or maybe something here about The Simpsons. Isn't that a character on The Simpsons? Maybe somebody here watches The Simpsons. Something here about Dell, either Dell Computers, maybe somebody works for Dell, or something here about Dell's Lemonade. Someone's name could be George. Something here about somebody's son. Or son as an S-U-N. Maybe they didn't want you to see the light of day. Someone's name could be Greg. Gregory. Someone's name could be Elisha or Alyssa. Elisha. Something here about a fib. I don't know. Maybe somebody thought that they were just saying a little fib, but it really wasn't. They were trying to cover their own tracks. Someone's name could be Deb, Debbie, Deborah. Someone's name could be Eric or Erica. Someone's name could be Horatio. I think I spelled that right. Something here about Delaware. Someone's name could be Val, Valerie. With this cut, I'm getting like somebody here who cuts grass. I don't know if somebody is like a landscaper. I just pictured somebody with like a lawnmower. Something here about a bee. I don't know if somebody here is a beekeeper or they have their own bees to collect their own honey. Or something here about you'd be able to attract more bees with honey than you would with shit or something. I don't know. Someone's name could be Jade, or something here about the crystal jade. Someone's name could be Crystal. That just came out. We have Zoe. Maybe somebody's name is Zoe or Zoe. Something here about Big. I don't know if somebody's nickname is Big, or somebody listens to Biggie. Something about go. It's go time. Something about Go-Gurts. Something about try or triple. Something about TriStar. I don't even want to get into that. Someone's name could be Harvey. Someone's name could be Natasha. Someone's name could be Avery. Someone's name could be Britt or Brittany. Someone's name could be Ned. Something here about Abington. Maybe somebody's name is Abby. Someone's name could be Sue, or someone here is about to be sued. Someone's name could be Nell, Nellia, Nelly. Something here about Bing. Isn't that Microsoft? Something here about a ton. Maybe somebody could be a tractor-trailer driver and they have to get their... Something here about weights, like they have to weigh something. Maybe it's something happened at a weigh station. Something here in New York. Maybe a weigh station in New York. Someone's name could be Sunny. Or like Sunny Boy. Someone's name could be Latrice. Something here about a mob. I don't know if this community thought that they were like a mob. Something here about ammonia. I think there's an E somewhere in ammonia, but I mean, I'm not the best speller. Someone's name could be Javier. Something about a lattice. Something here about a dam. I don't know. Something here about a dam. Maybe somebody lives near a dam. Or they're being damned. Someone's name could be Davy. That could be their nickname, Davy or David. Bono. Maybe somebody here listens to a lot of Bono. We have something here about UCLA. Something here about Tennessee. Someone's nickname could be Tasha. Something here about EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival. Something here about an HOA. This could be a whole HOA. I went against somebody. I don't know. Alrighty. That is what I have for the tiles. We're going to close this out with an affirmation, an oracle, and we're going to be reading from the Book of Happy. I find it interesting that when I go live is when I get my interruptions. But if I pre-record when nobody knows my schedule, nobody comes to interrupt me. So that tells me that people are watching. Something here about a hosen. Something here about Japan. Wow, it's 12:21 a.m. Universe. Please give us an affirmation for the collective, please. Thank you. Wow, love. Love literally fell right in my lap. So love is falling right in your laps, y'all. Love is a many splendor thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors, like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent, or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I seek a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try, or how about the chills I get when singing along to my favorite song. You know the one. Universe. Please give us a final message for the collective at this time, please. Thank you. 34, capacity to love. It's all about love. I flipped the page to blessings. Blessings are definitely headed your way. It takes courage to open up and heal areas of deep vulnerability. Each human individual is created with a profound longing to feel loved. Out of this need for love, you may exaggerate and parade your fascinating qualities, while masking your weaknesses or fears. If you're not committed to looking at your root issues, you will feel disconnected from your true self. Take a moment to look at how you are handling yourself. Are you being open and honest? Are you withholding from a situation? Are you masking a problem with some sort of avoidance tactic, such as shopping, drinking, or eating excessively? Are you holding grudges? I feel like that's what they wanted from you. When your heart is open, you will find that your actions tend to match your words. You rarely get offended. You are emotionally available. When your heart is open, you truly take responsibility for who you are and what your beliefs are. You love yourself more completely. Conflict resolves more easily, and you have a desire to live in harmony with others. Ganesha's trunk represents the ability to consider how you are perceiving the situation, which is significant in your spiritual growth. An elephant's trunk is an important appendage that is used in its day-to-day functioning. It serves to remove trees and other large obstacles, as well as for more fiddly tasks such as breaking open fruits to eat. An elephant has the capability to handle a range of tasks, from minute ones to those requiring great strength. In this way, Ganesha's trunk is an emblem of his great intelligence and his extraordinary capacity for love. Rely on your own vast array of abilities to tackle your problems and know that Ganesha is supporting you in the process. And lastly, universe, final message from the Book of Happy, please. Accept all that comes your way. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. This Hawaiian chant, a Ho'oponopono prayer chant, is especially powerful one. When reciting this chant, you are taking full responsibility for everything that comes your way. Only by accepting everything can you truly be happy no matter what comes. This chant speaks to karma and how things in this life may show up due to karma in a former life. Do your best to follow the traditional mantra frequency recommendation with this one. That is, try to repeat it 108 times daily for 40 days. You will benefit if you do it less. But if you are experiencing difficult circumstances or have people in your life with a lot of problems, you may want to do the full 108 times. I'm going to read this next page. If you look to others for fulfillment, you will never be fulfilled. If your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the world belongs to you. That's from Lao Tzu, Chinese philosopher and founder of Taoism. It's about accepting all things that come your way. And it's about looking for fulfillment within, not without. And I feel like you guys know that. And you've been battling somebody who has been looking for fulfillment elsewhere. They wanted a handout. And you're the you're the opposite. I was going to say 180-degree opposite. You are the opposite. That is what I have for y'all today. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.